Alright, welcome back to my arcade machine, kind of show off videos I suppose. This is my Kralix custom fight arcade machine that I built, 2 players. It's got the Xbox 360 inside of it with all the fighting games you could shake a stick at, as well as a pretty high powered arcade gaming PC inside. I use Hyperspin as the front end. I'm not showing that off right now, and just wanted to shoot this video and show you guys the work. Cray from KralixArcades.com built the control panel for me. It was a lot of woodwork, and so I figured his CNC machine could do a little better job of woodworking than my hands could. I did a fairly okay job getting the rest of this arcade machine built. Photoshopped all the graphics. They turned out pretty good, and pretty proud of those. Had them printed off by a print shop in town. All the curvature, the painting. Painting was difficult. That's about 9 coats. Spray painting and sanding and spray painting and sanding and waiting and waiting and waiting and spray painting and sanding. It was kind of a pain, but it turned out fairly good for the time that I put into it. I'm not too disappointed. It turned out pretty good. I mean, the machine looks pretty not too shabby, you know. So anyhow, here we are. I've got Marvel vs. Capcom 3, a little preview going on. The screen isn't too bad. It's a Sanyo 720. I don't think it's running 120 hertz. I think it's just running at half of that. Not too bad though. I'm not looking for the most particular perfect picture, but it looks pretty good to me. Whenever I decide to pull this this monitor or this TV out of there and put it in another room, then I'll put a more snazzy one in there when I can spend more money on it. But I wanted to get this machine up and running, so I went to a pawn shop and found not the cheapest one I could find, but fairly good condition. It does have a dead pixel, does have a few light scratches on the edges. No big deal. I want to thank Donovan Myers also for just for some of the design elements. He did a little bit of the legwork as far as the Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition moves list goes. I know this video isn't going to showcase that very well. That's not that big of a deal. The point of this video is to show off the arcade machine, not all those tiny little move lists. So anyway, some of the design elements on this are his as well. And thank you very much, Donovan, for putting up the PDF on how to build one of these yourselves. I didn't fully follow it all the way because I did use some of Kralix elements, and I think fusing the two together works pretty well. I've got some 4-inch kicker speakers, just like what's on my shmup machine next to it, and they sound really good. I found like a $40 sound system on the that I put on the inside of this thing. It's got a little subwoofer and packs quite a punch. I really can't turn it up very loud. It'll wake my little boy up, and that's not really that big of a deal at the moment anyway. So anyways, there she is. I hope you enjoy looking at it. I've put a lot of hard work into this. It was about 6 weeks woodwork from beginning to end, and then about 3 or 4 more weeks worth of just putting it together and getting it painted, getting the photoshopping printed off, getting everything right to where I liked it to be. These are Sanwa sticks that I've put on here. A few Sanwa buttons, just these 3. The rest of these are just cheapies that were on the Street Fighter 4 Mad Catz arcade stick, and I will eventually replace those with the Sanwa buttons. Those are Sanwa, those are cheapies, and then these down here over on the edges are cheapies also, but no big deal. They work just fine for the moment until I decide to import a few more in from Japan. And anyway, the project went very well. I'm really excited about it. It works very well. I've probably only put maybe a total of about 10 hours into play on this thing, which isn't a whole lot, especially for doing really much on it at least. I just wanted to get the suckers up and running, and I built both of them at the same time. They both look pretty sharp next to each other. Definitely a step above the good old rebuild of the 1982 Slither machine that I reworked into a Star Wars arcade machine. I put a vertical TV in that and put the X arcade stick. I wasn't super impressed with it. It works and does the job, but it's not as pretty. I really should take that apart and modify it. when I have time to. And along with all of my Lego artworks and everything else, it looks pretty good in here. It's I'm not too dissatisfied with everything. I'm pretty happy with where everything is. And just thank you to the guys at Hyperspin-FE.com, especially Cool Breeze, for helping me get a lot of things set up on the arcade machine as far as graphics and things like that goes for the Hyperspin front end, and Chillin' Water for helping me get a lot of programming done, and for Bad Boy Bill for building Hyperspin front end from the ground up, and all the other graphics artists, THK, and whoever else is out there building themes for Hyperspin. Thank you guys so much. All the guys at the Shmups forums, thank you very much for all your feedback, all of your help, and just staying dedicated to what you enjoy, and leaving a lot of really good information on the internet for me to find and build these machines up to a really good spec. And I guess that's about it for this video. So I hope you enjoy Kralix. Go to KralixArcades.com if you want to buy one off of Cray. He's very good workmanship. I decided to build this one myself. He did do the panels. But I do absolutely recommend just letting him do all the work from the ground up. You will save money. It is worth it. He does a very, very good job. And I couldn't be happier with the way everything else stands. The control panel is built so well and so refined that I wouldn't have been able to do this project as well as I wanted to without him doing what he does and having dedication towards it. So anyway, thanks for looking. This is Chosen Sorp. Appreciate ya.